I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're diving into an incredible story of perseverance and faith. It is called Progress Through Struggle, and it's written by a terrific author. His name is Henry Leggette, and it is a powerful memoir about breaking barriers, overcoming racial and economic hardships, and rising from the cotton fields to a career in electronics with the FAA. This is a story of resilience, determination, and the unwavering belief that with God and hard work, success is possible. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank our team for helping us put him in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below the interview. Henry, great to see you here today. Thank you for joining me here today on Spotlight.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is an incredible story. We're very glad you've shared it with the world on the pages of this book. Tell us why you decided to share your story.
Let me give you a reason why I decided to share this story. I'm gonna give you a short reason first, and then I'll give you a long reason. The short reason that I decided to share this story was because I have 4 grandkids, 2 daughters, and my wife, which was a school teacher. My daughters and my grandkids rather, they was all doing good in the school system here in Memphis, Tennessee. And I could tell that they was more advanced than I was at the time when I was their age. So I would tell them, they said, "Daddy or Poppy, why do you talk about how the school that you went to was not as good as what we're going? And you're doing real good with the FAA." So that is the reason that I decided to share the story. Now, I have other reasons. If you want me to go on with them, I will talk to some of the pinpoints of what happened and the reason I was not not very well accepted, okay?
Yeah.
Not very well accepted. Did you want me to? I can go on with
Sure,
that.
tell us about that. What kind of discrimination did you face? What kind of racial barriers were there that you had to overcome to create your success?
Okay, it was so many. It was so many. But this has come to me right away. I had gone to college, finished high school and gone to college. I went to HBCU, which is a black college, Mississippi Valley State. It's a university now, and it'll be in Mississippi. I finished there after I came out of service. Okay, after I came out of service, I went in service and they tested me, and I did real good in electronics and crypto. So that's where I was. I didn't know anything about a radio, didn't know anything about electronics. So I took the test, and when I finished the 6-month school, out of 40 students, I came out probably number 7 in the class. Okay, I went on and finished my tour of duty in the military, learning electronics all the time, studying in the evenings when I'm off duty, on the weekends, learning electronics. So when I came out, I went and finished college. Okay, I say, I worked on this equipment and some of these bases, and they are hiring civil service people because I saw it. They was tied in Fort Benning, Georgia, and Fort Hood, Texas. So I decided to apply for one of those jobs. I went to the civil service office in Meridian, Mississippi. I walked in. The gentleman asked me, "What do you want?" I told him I want an application for civil service. It was either Form 57 or Form 171 at the time. I don't remember. Been years ago. So he said, "What are you going to do with it?" I told him. He said, "You people," referring to me as a black person, "you people cannot handle those jobs." He said, "You went in service and they told you about those jobs. Did they let you stand and look at them?" I said, "No, I worked on the equipment. I repaired the equipment. And that's the reason I'm here." Now, I remind you that at that time, At that time, when I was asking him for that application, I had been offered 2 times to be an officer candidate, school, in the military. I had offered to be a warrant officer in the military. I had also offered to be on the guard team to come back to Washington, D.C. from I was stationed in Germany to practice and join for the to guard unknown soldier. And so then I was offered to go to NCO Academy. So I decided to go on and stay with electronics. I love electronics. I love electronics. So he continued to talk to me and asked me about questions, what kind of equipment it was. I would always give him a reply. Say, I'm not going to give you an application. I started to look around for the door. Then he yelled at me. He said, get out of here. I ran to that door. Says, this man going to shoot me or what? When I ran out in the streets, I was running crossways like this. Scared this man was going to shoot me. I went home. Then I said a prayer. John 3:16. I prayed for this man. He need help. But anyway, I wrote to Fort Benning. I wrote to Fort Hood and got the application. Sent the application off. Fort Benning immediately called me for an interview. When I went for an interview, they wanted to hire me right there. Now I couldn't because I was not in the civil service cycles. So 2 weeks later, I was hired. That is one of the second, I guess you would say, the reason I was denied because I was an African American.
Yeah, but outright discrimination too, just a person filled with hate, turning you away, despite your wonderful record of serving our nation as well. I mean, you can fight for this nation, but you can't work in a job in this nation. And it is kind of a great, awful paradox of the time. Once you got into the civil service, I know it's a lot merit-based. You know, you take tests to get ahead and so forth. Was that helpful? Were you comfortable there, or did the discrimination continue?
Well, when I first got in civil service for Fort Benning, I could see discrimination was stepping aside because they could tell that I didn't come in there because I had a black face. If they tell me to repair a piece of equipment, I could repair the equipment. And other people in there, white or other majority, I could help them repair the equipment because I had learned what I'm supposed to do. It took time, but I had learned what I was supposed to do. Even after I went with FAA, it was some pushback about me and electronics. But after I stayed in the FAA and got to be a German technician, they was calling up on me to help the younger people, tell them how to, learn electronics. And they were calling me to go all over this country to repair equipment that other people could not repair. Engineers from other areas could not repair. And I did.
Wonderful.
That's because I studied.
Yeah.
When I was leaving, this is how important it was to me. When I would leave home, I didn't leave home with just relax and everything. When I got where I was going, I had an electronic book reading it, trying to figure out something. That's where I am. I've been retired 27 years now. And right now, I have more electronic books and in the attic and everywhere. I will go back to those books occasionally.
Yeah, it seems like studying and faith were two of your cornerstones that helped you get through. You studied to strengthen your brain and your skills. You prayed and you had great faith that helped you endure the challenges that you were faced. What do you hope readers take away from this book? What do they hope they learn about the era and being a black man in the United States from the 1940s on?
I hope the nation will learn this, that it's a God. He didn't make all black people dumb. He didn't make all white people dumb. He made us all bad. He gave us a talent for something. God is in control. I know that. He's in control. That's what I hope that the people will learn, that everybody are not the same. Because a lot of people like music. A lot of black people like music. I don't care for music. I sing in the male course in my church. I don't, if I don't sing by somebody I can pick up that tune, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I dumb there? I'm not dumb. I just know how to pick that tune up.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, it is a great book. It is a powerful memoir. It is called Progress Through Struggle. It's a book about breaking barriers, overcoming racial and economic hardships, and rising from the cotton fields to a career in electronics with the FAA. It is a story of resilience, determination, and the unwavering belief that with God and hard work, those are the keys, God and hard work, success, happiness, and fulfillment are possible. Henry, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
One thing I do want to say, I like to say that to anybody that's in the world seeking to increase themselves. Set your goal up. Mm-hmm. When you reach that goal, set another one. Right now, like I say, I've been retired for 27 years. We'll be 28 April the 3rd. I have goals now. I probably have goals as long as I live. But that's you have to set up your way to advance yourself. Exactly. That's my point.
That's great advice. Mm-hmm. Setting those goals gives you a purpose and gives you a monitor of how well you're doing. Are you keeping those goals? Are you reaching those goals? It's kind of like a to-do list. And I think it's wonderful,
exactly,
without a doubt. Henry, thanks again. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.